The gospel of Jesus is called good news. Gospel is called good news, wonderful news. But try preaching it and try living it. Hold on to the truth, then you will find it's not good news for the one who is preaching it. Am I clear? Try living the good news of Jesus. You'll find it's all bad news for you. People will hate you, reject you, and throw you out. Get out of here with your gospel, your Jesus and your truth. Imagine Paul being before Festus and Felix and Agrippa and telling them on their face that no salvation apart from Jesus. Can you do that? But think of the first Christians being thrown before the wild animals, and they are torn apart. Some of them burned alive. Did they ever ask the question, "Oh, Jesus, we believe in you, and this is what you allowed to happen to us? We decided to follow you, and you allow this kind of suffering to your followers?" None of them asked that question. They were so happy to die for their faith. You think of the times Paul and Peter, they were beaten black and blue. And then they said, "Oh, they went rejoicing." Can you do that? You are beaten black and blue with the bruises all over you, and you say, "Oh, we are so happy to suffer for Jesus." Can you? Can I? What kind of faith? Do we have that kind of faith? The disciples rejoiced. They were over the moon, suffering for Jesus. Do we have that kind of faith? Our complaints are about some inconvenience, about mass times and mass in a different place. And so the kind of challenges we speak about, worry about, are silly. I wonder what the apostles Peter and Paul would tell us. The Christians of today, you and me, what kind of faith you have? No sacrifice. Everything according to your convenience and your freedom, your choice. The kind of faith we have, sorry to say, is a very shallow faith. We don't take it too seriously. We don't bother to even leave it seriously. We don't say the truth as it is. No, we don't want to upset anybody. Just to be polite and be kind. In other words, what we care is about ourselves. I want to be seen as a good person, kind person. No, don't tread on anybody's. Just say the lovely thing, the nice thing. Be polite and be kind, and don't say everything as it is. No, it will upset somebody. So be careful with your words and because you want to be seen as a very good person. But ultimately, it is to save my own skin. That is the blunt truth. We want to save ourselves. Shallow Christianity. There's no depth, no meaning, very shallow, self-centered faith. Let us have some practical application. Forget about the way preaching the good news to anybody. Forget about that. Maybe you are not going to preach to anybody the way I am supposed to be doing. In your own personal life, how do you cope with your sufferings? How do you cope with when life goes the wrong way? Do you ask the question, "Why, Lord? Having faith in you, you allow this to happen to me?" Do you ask that question? Again, you have failed. On the other hand, like those people, "Lord, whatever you allow in my life, I am happy." Whatever you allow in my life, I am so, because you do the best for me, even the suffering, Lord, I am ready for it. Can I have that kind of faith? Forget about the preaching to the word. Can you preach the good news to yourself? There's one word here, endurance. Endurance means patience with hope. Endurance means patience with hope. Suffering, yeah, there is. Misery, there is. Frustration, there is. But you have that patience and hope. I know this moment it is so hard, so difficult, but something good is happening beyond my comprehension. Something, Lord is blessing me through this experience. I don't see that, but I believe because God can do only what is good. So you have this patience and hope in the midst of suffering. So apply that to your own personal life. Do you accept your suffering with this kind of patience and hope? I am fed up with myself, but still I am holding on. My Lord is at work in my life, so I am still holding on. I'm not going to give up. If that's how your faith is, you can say you have got endurance. In all this, who is the example? I don't need to say the answer. In all this, who is the example? The one on the cross. The one on the cross, the Master. The Master is teaching you and me, this is the way you have to live your life, and this is the only way you'll find a meaning and a peace in the midst of all the challenges of your life. Always be ready. Your faith will be tested. An untested faith is worth nothing. An untested faith is worth nothing. Be ready. The Lord will test your faith and my faith, and think of it as a blessing to make us stronger and deeper and make us real disciples of Jesus.